Welcome to Math on the Fritz with Mr. Fitz. And as you can see from the example here, we are going to be simplifying radicals that include exponents today. So we're going to do this the same way we did when there were no exponents. We're going to look at the 48 and we're going to try to pull pairs. Once we're done with that, we're also going to be pulling pairs out of here. But let's just do the number part first. So 48 can break down. We know that 2 goes into it because it's even. So if you're not sure what to do, just divide it by 2. When I do that, I get 24. So I know 2 times 24 gives me 48. 2 is prime, but 24 is not. So I've got to keep breaking the 24 down. Divide by 2, it gives me 12 again. I'm just dividing, that's all I'm doing, divided by 2. I see this is even, so I could divide by 2 again. Give me 6. 6 isn't prime. 2 goes into that. So I just ended up dividing by 2 a bunch of times. And I'm able to get my 48 broken down. Now, I've done everything I can do as far as breaking the numbers down, but I need to pull pairs. Remember, our whole point of doing this when we're simplifying radicals is to pull out the pairs. So I have a pair of 2, I pull it out as a 2. I have another pair of 2. I pull that out. If you look at my original problem, I had a 5 up here. I've got to leave that. I can't just ignore the fact that 5 was there. It's still there with these other numbers that I pull out. But now I have to deal with the issue of what does x to the third really mean? Well, third power means it appears as a factor 3 times. So what I really have under that radical is this. X times x times x. I've written it 3 times. The exponent just tells me how many times I have to write it. Now, just like we had over here, I had a pair of 2, so I pulled out a 2. I had another pair of 2, so I pulled out a second 2. I've only got one pair of x, but I have a pair. So I'm going to get rid of that pair, but I'm going to list it just as a single x over here in my answer. I have y squared. Well, that's just 2 of them, but that's enough to generate a pair. So since I have a pair of y, I get to pull that pair out as a y. So I've removed all the pairs that I could from what was underneath here. I pulled out the pair of numbers that came from the 48. There they were. I pulled out the pair of x. I pulled out the pair of y, but I had some leftovers. Notice I haven't crossed out this 3 yet. That 3 is still there. I haven't crossed out this x yet. That x is still there. So anything that didn't have a pair is still stuck underneath this radical. The 3 is there, and then I come over here and the x is there. Those 2 numbers are still stuck. Now, I'm not done with the problem. I've done the hardest part. To finish this problem, all I need to do now is put together my numbers. I'm combining them through multiplication. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 5 is 20. So I'm going to write my answer as 20 xy. They're different variables, so I can't do anything with them other than list them. And there's nothing to combine in here because one is a number and the other is a variable. So my complete answer is 20xy times radical 3x. And you've simplified the radical as much as you can do. So I hope this video helps bring clarity to your simplifying needs. Good luck with the assignment.